Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a Q&A video, and I honestly just want to connect with you guys a little bit. You guys get to know me a little bit more. I just want to start off by saying thank you guys so much for all of your support, for continuing to show love in all of my videos, for commenting, for subscribing, for just being attentive and just wanting to get to know more and more and see more and more of me. So I just want to say I'm very thankful for all of you, and I'm going to get right into the Q&As. So let's get into it. Also, you guys are going to see me probably munching at some point because I'm obsessed with these cookies. These are the Simple Mills chocolate chip cookie, and they're healthy, minimal ingredients. There's like less than 10 ingredients in this, and they're made with almond flour, which I love, so it's very light and you don't feel bloated or anything. So I'll probably be munching on some of these while we get into this, but let's just dive right in. So I'm just going to go through some questions and answer them, so let's go. A question that I get a lot is, what's your favorite healthy meal or snack? And that's something that actually tastes good. So for me, I really like this chicken salad that I make. I am not a huge fan of like regular salad and like lettuce and spinach and all of that. Not the biggest fan because it's like so much fiber and it's so heavy on my stomach. So I honestly love salads, like the toppings of the salads. And so I created my own like chicken salad recipe that I have been obsessed with for so long, and it's so simple to make. I'm gonna make it one day for you guys so you guys can enjoy it as well. But I would say that as a meal, and as a snack, I love, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but dates sauteed in butter. So good. They're like such just like a healthier alternative to having like something sweet. But when I do crave something sweet, like more of a sweet tooth, I love those cookies that I showed you guys, the Simple Mills. And I also love this ice cream brand called Ice Cream for Bears. It's a clean brand as well and has no sugar, no added sugar. It's just sweetened with honey. So those are like my current fixations. Okay, next question. What are your top 3 supplements or wellness habits that you swear by? I think the biggest habit for me is just consistency and being consistent every day, showing up for myself every day to move my body, to work out. And supplement wise, I don't take like too many supplements. I do take creatine, and I also take probiotics, magnesium, and sometimes I'll take vitamin B, like vitamin B1 or B12, and B3 I'll take as well sometimes. And it just depends on feeling. Like if I'm feeling like my immune system's a little bit low, I'll have some vitamin C, some zinc, just depends. But those are the supplements I take every day. Creatine, probiotics for sure. Next question. What is your go-to morning routine for a healthy start? Honestly, I think we're all kind of addicted to our phones and to our computers and to our just devices in general. And I'm a victim of that too, it's something that I'm trying to fix and work on. So I like to just get up and like work right away, but I know that that's not ideal. So what I've been doing recently is just putting on like a devotional or something on my phone as soon as I wake up, and then getting outside in the sunlight and doing my daily prayer, my journal. And that really helps like my mind too. It helps have like a clear start and like start my day off more clear. So it's something that I'm working on, and I'm implementing that every single day, just as soon as I wake up. And then I love to just go straight into breakfast. I never skip breakfast. I personally am one to think that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I will not skip breakfast. Like breakfast is my favorite meal. So yeah, as soon as I wake up, after I do those things, straight into making breakfast. Okay, moving on to some fitness questions. What type of workouts do you currently love the most? So I have been lifting weights for years now, and that is my favorite thing to do. I love lifting heavy weight, and I also started incorporating recently going to Pilates once a week, and incorporating that into my weightlifting routine has made the biggest difference, because you also target little muscles that you don't normally feel when you're working out at the gym, just like lifting weights. So I think the combination of both. I work out at the gym lifting weights 5 to 6 times a week, and then I'll do Pilates 1 day a week. So that's my current workout schedule. How did your fitness journey start, and how has it evolved? Well, I have always been very active. So growing up when I was younger, my parents would put me into all sports to see what it is that I really like. So I played tennis for a little bit, volleyball, softball, which only lasted a week. And then I also did dance. And then I actually ended up sticking with dance. I loved it. And I actually danced for most of my life until I graduated. So up until the age of, I'd say maybe 18. So I danced for 15 years of my life, every single day. And then right after that, I wanted to continue moving my body. It just felt normal and part of my, I don't know, my everyday at that point. So that's when I started getting into the gym and learning how to lift weights and everything. And then ever since, it's been lifting weights every day. Advice for girls who feel intimidated walking into the gym. I always just say that we all started somewhere. We all started not at the ideal place that we want to be at. And I think it's just important to just push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, even if in the beginning it's a little bit intimidating. But you'd be surprised that a lot of people that are experienced in the gym, they're actually very nice and helpful if you have any questions. And I don't know, nobody is really judging you, because we all know what that feels like, and we all started there at some point. So just get into the gym, and that's all that matters. Okay. Do you follow a specific workout split, or do you just go with how you feel? I definitely follow a workout split. My current split is I do 3 leg days a week, 2 are glute focused, and the other 2 to 3 days that I'll work out, I'll separate my upper body days into 2. So I'll do a push day and a pull day. So back and biceps, and then triceps, shoulders, and a little bit of chest. And then I'll do Pilates on the other day. So that's my current split, and I've been doing that for a while now. Favorite pre-workout or post-workout ritual? I don't take any. I don't take pre-workout. I don't drink energy drinks. The only supplement that I do take is creatine, but that is it. I don't like to depend on something to get me moving and to get me to push the maximum of my ability. I think that we're all strong, and it's really all a mental game. So yeah, I've never really been one to take pre-workout or anything like that. Just fueled, I guess. And then my favorite post-workout ritual, I like recovery. So I like going into the steam room and the sauna and just getting in, a little bit of that therapy right after the gym. I think that's an amazing way to recover your muscles as well. Okay, and then I get asked a lot of questions about my background and where I'm from. So I'm gonna answer those while I open this box of cookies up. So I am born in the US. Okay, so I am American, basically born and raised, but my mom's Colombian and my dad is Venezuelan Lebanese. So I am mixed. I am mixed from a few places. I also have more culture from different parts of France and Argentina, but that's just a little bit further into my ancestry. Oh, hold on, I'm struggling. There we go. I don't go to the gym for nothing. Okay, wait. These are the cookies, and they're so delicious. So good. Okay, I figured I really can't eat those cookies on screen, so I just ate a few and we're back. But another question I get asked a lot is, do you speak Spanish, or how many languages do you speak? Guys, I am fluent in Spanish. Spanish was actually my first language. So Spanish and English fluent in both, and I am currently learning Italian because I've always loved the Italian language and the culture and the lifestyle. I love Italy so much, so I figured why not learn another language while I can, you know? Okay, next questions. I'm gonna get into like fashion and modeling a little bit. How did you get into modeling and what was your first gig? So I got into modeling because of my first gig, but I've always loved being in front of the camera. I've always loved just posing ever since I was little. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures when I was little of me posing. I've always just loved to pose and like create art. I've always been very artistic, guys. Like, I mean, as you can literally see here in the back, I'm very artistic. I love drawing, painting, sewing. I do sew, which is like why you see that there. So yeah, art is something that I've always just loved and adored, and it was a gift that I was blessed with. It's definitely something that I will never take for granted, because I think being able to express yourself and share a story without verbally telling it to somebody and them understanding like the concept is beautiful. I think that that's beautiful. It's kind of like if you see a painting on a wall, art just like speaks to some people, and so some people will be able to interpret that painting, and the beautiful thing is that people can interpret it in their own way. So it's interesting to see because you're the one that's responsible for allowing the audience, right, to kind of understand what the point is behind it, but then they all kind of grasp their own little takes on it, which I think is really cool. Basically like a movie, but like your own movie, and you're the main character. So that I just love. And my first gig was actually a brand. It was called LF, and this was just like a little fashion brand that a lot of like teenagers loved at the time. It was very hype and everything, and I just started. They reached out to me and they asked if I wanted to model for them in their clothes and pick out some of their clothes and everything. So I was ecstatic because at that point it was like my dreams were coming true. So I said yes. I had my first photo shoot with them. I fell in love with modeling, and then ever since it's just been such a big part of my life, and honestly something that I will never take for granted. That is how I got started. And that was years ago, by the way, guys. I've been modeling now for like over 7 years, honestly, I would say. Okay. What's been your favorite runway or shoot experience so far? This is tough because I feel like every shoot and every runway is just such a unique experience. I think I was really, really excited for my second year of doing Miami Swim Week. So I've been doing Miami Swim Week now for four or 5 years. But my second year, I got casted for Miami Swim Week, the shows, and I was with them every single day. So for 4 days straight. And it was just such an amazing experience. And I think that was like, I was so excited for that. And then I've been doing it every year since. But I honestly, guys, feel like now I'm starting to shift a little bit. I still love Miami Swim Week, but I think I'm like pivoting more towards the fashion aspect of modeling. It's something that I definitely admire so much, the high fashion, all that glamour and boldness and chicness. Like I really am falling more into like that category right now of fashion rather than like bikini, even though bikini, you know, it's always going to be like a huge thing in South Florida, so it's always going to be there. But I am trying to incorporate more high fashion into like my portfolio right now. What would you tell someone who wants to get into modeling but doesn't know where to start? I would just say getting some digitals, okay? Take some digitals of yourself, and that's just like basically basic photos of you, minimal to no makeup, no jewelry or anything crazy, and it's just you like standing on a white wall with natural background light, and you know, just wear like something form-fitting so that they can like see your figure. Just get those shots in, and then once you have those, you know, I would say start using social media to your advantage. Side note, I have a social media agency, so I do social media management, marketing, and branding. So I do really believe that social media is key in order to grow your own personal brand. I think you should start using that to your advantage if you're getting started. Post as much as you can, but also post things that are of quality. Reach out to local photographers, videographers, see if you can get some collabs. If not, I think it's worth investing into your portfolio and getting in some shoots. And make sure you're shooting also in different styles so everybody can kind of see your versatility and what you have to offer. So that's how you can get started, and it's from there really all about building relationships and keeping the relationships and continuing to build more and more connections as you go. But good luck if you're starting off. And if you want more tips personally, you can reach out to me, DM me on my Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay, and I just want to say one quick thing, that we were all born with gifts that God gave to each one of us. And I'm so blessed and just so grateful that I'm able to use the gifts God gave me. And I really want to get to help more people using the gifts that I was given. Hopefully, like through my work, there's kind of like a bigger story to tell. I think everyone is beautiful in their own way. Everyone is so unique and different. And I definitely think that we should all be using our God-given gifts to serve others and just to help other people. Let me know in this video down below if you guys have any more questions for me. I'd love to answer more and do another Q&A. That is all for today. I am so happy that you guys watched this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I know this was something a little bit different, but I think this is a good way to connect a little bit more with you guys, and just so you guys can get to know me a little bit more, because there's always more than just a face and a body. The spirit is even more fulfilling than the physical appearance, and I think it's good that you guys get to know that about me a little bit more as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting. You guys don't know how much I appreciate it. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. And I cannot wait to see you all in my next video. So stay tuned for that, and let me know down below in the comments if you guys have any more questions for me that you'd like answered. I'd love to get around to them too. So thank you guys so much. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this form of video, of me communicating with you guys in this way. So stay tuned for my next video, and thank you guys so much again for watching. Bye!